Sixto. There could not be a better name.
I love the names on this team. They have Sixto Sanchez, and they have my favorite name probably in baseball right now, Jazz Chisholm.
To win a championship, not only do you need great players on the court, but you need good chemistry, which takes time to develop.
It's weird how the dynamic works between sports. But
showing emotion in baseball is terrible and should never be in the game.
Blame Luke Walton for that. They have a lot of young players that I believe can really excel in this league.
Corey Perry will give some veteran presence to the Canadians and to just help give some insights on what he did last year.
Justin Fields is a all-time talent, and we definitely need to take into consideration his health.
This was a trade that the Senators really hope would work out, as Matt Murray has won the Cup 2 times.
Even though this is Mr. Irrelevant, he may be Mr. Playing Time after this season's over.
Just amazing, and I don't care what the Red Sox got for trading Mookie Betts and David Price. The Dodgers, in my opinion, win it. I don't have to see what players they gave up.
Charlie McAvoy also is, I think, a Norris contender, a top 5 Norris contender this year.
When Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones make jokes about not valuing the safety position, well, we can make jokes about you not being in Super Bowl for 20-something years, but
I feel like Luka will take that next step, and if he can get a 3 ball consistently around 35%, I feel like they could become a contender.
It just goes to show the offense for the Dallas Stars could not keep up, and when the defense needed to step up, the Lightning's offense just overpowered them.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, that was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
What's up, everyone? This is Justin Goldman from the Goalie Guild and Lift the Mask, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Austin and Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NHL Opinions of the Week for September 19th. Austin, it finally happened. Kaprizov signed. How relieved were you?
Oh, very relieved, because now we can make our predictions.
And you should follow, if you're not following us on Twitter, which you should, you would see that Outsiders Opinions tweeted that it finally happened. And to find us on Twitter, it's OutsidersPod21. So look for that on Twitter. And now we're going to talk about, since Kirill Kaprizov signed, let's talk about who will lead each team in points. So we are doing this in alphabetical order. Let's start with the Anaheim Ducks. I have Max Comtois. Who do you have? Comtois.
Yeah. I have Travis Zegras. He's a rookie this year, but I feel like he will really perform well. We're doing points with this, but it's just like 1 point for right, 0 points for wrong. It's not all that interesting of a point total. There isn't long division in this one. There's just +1 or +0.
That's the math I like, so thank you for catching me on that. Arizona Coyotes. I have Phil Kessel. Who do you have?
I have Clayton Keller. I feel like he's on the rise and that he will lead Arizona in points this year.
All right, now we go to your Bruins. I think you and I are going to disagree on this one. Who do you have?
I have Brad Marchand. He's really performed well as of late, and I fully expect him to continue that tear now.
I was very tempted to put Marchand, but I went with Pastrnak.
I can't say it's like a bad pick. I disagree, but it's not a bad pick.
I know, yeah. It's a little risky, but that's why I didn't think. I was pretty sure you were going to go with Marchand. Now we go with the Buffalo Sabres. I have Victor Olofsson.
Yeah, same. Olofsson's definitely the right pick here. He really isn't all that close after Eichel leaves.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that to happen. Now we go to the Calgary Flames. I go with their new signing, Blake Coleman.
I go with Johnny Gaudreau. I feel like he is going to rekindle the fire that he had back in 2019 when the Calgary Flames get the top seed in the West. So, that's why I got Gaudreau.
Now, the Hurricanes, I have Sebastian Aho.
I agree.
Right.
Second agreement out of 6. Yeah, Aho's just a great player.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to top our starting goalies, Mark.
Yeah, I don't think we are.
So let's go with Chicago Blackhawks.
Only one answer. Patty Kane.
My guy from last episode, who I said, I think that was part of my, he will be a or it is impossible that he will not win the oh my god, Norris. No, not the Norris. Can you help me out?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was one of my impossibles. It was like he will be the number one. He will score the most points. Pretty sure
Didn't you say
that's
that
what
was
I heard.
Connor McDavid?
I thought I said Kane.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was Kane, but have high hopes for Patrick Kane. Now with the Colorado Avalanche, I have McKinnon.
Yeah, there's other choices here, but McKinnon's the only superstar on the team, really. I could see other choices, but yeah. Well, at forward, McKinnon's the only superstar. Cale Makar is a superstar
Okay.
defenseman.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure on that. Now we go to the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm taking a risk. I'm going with Patrick Laine.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I went with Jack Roslovic. He's on the rise. I know Bjorkstrand's still there, but I feel like he falls off a tiny bit. Or maybe it's just that Roslovic's that good that he just overcomes him.
Yeah. Now we move on to the Dallas Stars. I'm taking another risk. I'm going with Jamie Benn, who's moving to center, and I think he's going to be very productive.
Wow. I have Jason Robertson. I feel like the Calder vote getter last year will take a big step up and be the best player on the Stars this year.
Really? I thought we were going to go with Pavelski. That would have been my guess. So, interesting. Now we go to the Detroit Red Wings. I have Jacob Vrana.
Wow. I have Philip Zadina. I really like Zadina, and I feel like he's a young player that will perform very well this year. Detroit's looking up, and even though they got Pia Suter, who is really close, I'm like, do I want to go Pia Suter? Because I wasn't going to go Larkin because Larkin's always hurt. So I was really close between Pia Suter and Zadina. I chose Zadina. I like him a little bit more than Suter, so yeah, that's why.
Okay. Now we move on to the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid.
It could be Draisaitl, but I also have McDavid. If McDavid misses much time with injury, it will be Draisaitl. Draisaitl doesn't really get hurt like McDavid does, but when McDavid goes down, he's down for a while. We've seen it before. But yeah, I think McDavid's the right answer.
Now we go to the Florida Panthers. I have Sam Reinhart.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I have Jonathan Huberdeau. I would have put Barkov second, and then maybe Reinhardt third. I don't know. I really like Huberdeau, and I think he'll be the best. He'll accumulate the most points during the season.
Yeah, we will see. Now with the LA Kings, I have put Anze Kopitar.
Anze Kopitar.
Anze Kopitar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Kopitar is the best player on the Kings, and he will continue to be that this year.
Yeah, Minnesota Wild, I have Kaprizov.
I do as well. Don't get it twisted. When I say the best player, I don't necessarily. Best player doesn't necessarily mean the most points. So, but for most of these players, they are. But there are great defensive forwards, great defensive defensemen that don't accumulate all that much points, but still are the best player on their team. But for the most part, Kaprizov's the best player on the on. Well, it's really close because Jared Spurgeon, the new captain, is really good. But I didn't put Kaprizov above him. But again, just because they get the most points doesn't mean the most.
Score the most and help a score.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good disclaimer. Now we go to the Canadians. I have Jeff Petrie.
Petrie.
I
have Nick Suzuki. I think Suzuki's going to take that next step and be a superstar this year.
That is a very good point. Now with the Predators, I have Roman Josi.
Yeah, I have Philip Forsberg. I think Yossi's fallen off a little bit, and Forsberg will overtake him.
Now with the Devils, I have Jack Hughes.
I agree. I also have Jack Hughes. I think this is the fourth. So we had Kane, Olofsson, Aho, Kaprizov, and now Hughes. That's 5,
Anze?
I think.
Then we have...
Oh, yeah. We have Anze Kopitar, too. So that's 6. We have 6 that are the same. I agree with Jack Hughes. He's a great young player that I think will take his next step this year.
Yep. And now with the Islanders, I have Matthew Barzal.
I also have Barzal.
Interesting.
Another one that we have the same. That's number 7. Barzal's just the best player on the team, offensively speaking. So he has to be there.
Yeah. Now with the Rangers, I have Artemi Penderin.
Panarin. I also
Panarin.
have Pizza Man Panarin on the team. I really like his game, and even though he denied being the captain, he didn't want to be. I still really like his game, so he'll be the top point scorer.
All right, now with the Senators, I have Brady Kachuk.
Wow, that's 4 straight. I also have Brady Kachuk. I was really close with Connor Brown, but I like Kachuk, and I feel like after getting his contract, he'll be reinvigorated to accumulate points for his team.
Interesting. I'm surprised we're also 4 in a row. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I think this
Now,
is 7, right? That's 7, or is that?
I thought we were
That's
8.
8. That's 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we go to Philadelphia Flyers. Claude Giroux.
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 Yeah, I have Travis Konechny. I feel like he is going to make big leaps and bounds. I like Giroux, but he's getting older, and they already traded Borsek, who was tied for the lead in points. And then I don't think. Yeah, I just think Konechny is going to get the most points. It's going to be close, but I believe he's the best offensive producer next year, and the points will show that.
We will see. Now we go to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby. So we're
Yeah,
at 9?
Crosby.
Okay, we're at 9.
Yeah.
Now Seattle Kraken. I'm going with Yanni Gord.
Yanni Gord's going to be out for a couple weeks with injuries, so I went with Jaden Schwartz.
Okay.
Eberle is up there. He could get it, but I like Jaden Schwartz. Last year played with the Blues. Obviously won a championship with them. I really like his game, and I feel like he will be the best producer on that team.
Yep. Solid point. Now we go with San Jose Sharks. Tomas Hertl.
Hurdle?
Hurdle?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
Hurdle.
mistook that I for.
It's not
Is there an I or?
No.
Okay, so I have terrible
It's
vision.
Hertl.
Okay, I looked at that. I looked at the L and I saw an I. So
Okay, well it's Hurdle. So I agree. This is number 10. It's Hurdle.
all right, now St. Louis Blues. I have Ryan O'Reilly.
I also have O'Reilly. I really like how he's produced for the team ever since he came from Buffalo. So yeah, I like O'Reilly. I think he'll be the top point getter.
Wow, we're at 11 now. Tampa Bay Lightning. Braden Point.
I do not have Point. I have Kucherov. I think Kucherov will be healthy this year and not be out with injury, so that he gets put on the LTIR. So I think he'll lead the team in points.
Okay. Now Toronto Maple Leafs. I have Austin Matthews.
I have Mitch Marner. I think Marner gets a lot of assists, and with John Tavares hopefully coming back from injury, being 100%, I think that Marner's assists will outpace Austin Matthews' goal plus assist.
Now we go to the Canucks. I have Brock Brose.
Canucks Brock Bezer?
Bezer? Okay.
Yeah, I was really Brose. I was really thinking Brock Bezer. I have Elias Pettersson. I think Pettersson, after he gets his contract, hopefully, he will be a great point producer. I expect around 75 points. The over-under right now is 70, I saw, so I definitely go over. Bezer could be the top point getter, but I feel like Pettersson will take his next step this year and be a very, very good player.
Now we go to the Vegas Golden Knights. I was close in putting Pacioretty, but I have Mark Stone.
I agree. Stone is definitely the best choice here. Is that 12?
Yeah, it's 12. Yeah. Now Washington Capitals. Ovechkin.
I have Backstrom. I think Backstrom, who led the league, not the league, led the team in points last year, will continue that trend and lead them in points this year. He always seems to get a lot of assists on Alex Ovechkin's goals, and that's been the case ever since Backstrom came in the league. So I feel like that will continue, and Backstrom will also add his own share of goals and points throughout the season.
Now we are on our final team, the Winnipeg Jets. I have Mark Scheifele.
Yeah, this one's easy. Mark Scheifele has to be. He will be suspended for game 1 because of the hit he had against Jake Evans in the playoffs against the Canadiens, but he'll be back. He'll be 100%. Very consistent point getter. He'll be really good.
Well,
is that 13?
That concludes it. Yeah, we finished with 13. Lucky number 13. So we will be doing points. Often explain that. +1 or +0. So simple math. Thank you for listening, and now be on the lookout for NHL season predictions, as now we can get to figuring those out because Kaprizov is part of the Wild. Make sure to check out our other opinions of the week, and thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.